right, we got another short, quick review here. This time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 8. This is the Saturday Morning Adventures storyline, a far-out encounter of the Og kind. So this issue's got Mr. Og, which is an interdimensional being. What I liked about this issue was it was fun. It was a standalone story. There is a story thread going through these issues of this comic where Shredder's trying to recreate this, what's it called, interdimensional blade of some kind. Yeah, the Forever Blade that he thinks is going to help him defeat the Turtles. So that's kind of been going as a thread throughout the last few issues. This is a one-off. But what's fun about this issue is that Og is kind of a Q type character. If you're familiar with Star Trek Next Generation, of course, Q was this interdimensional being, higher power, almost godlike powers, who appeared and judged the humans, right? Well, this character Og does the same thing. In fact, the artist draws him initially like very similarly to how Q first appeared in Star Trek Next Generation. Puts the Turtles on trial for breaking the fourth wall. Now, I'm sure anyone that is familiar with comics knows what that means. Basically, where you have a comic book character kind of look at the audience, kind of wink, nod kind of thing. Certain Marvel characters like Deadpool have this ability. And it's just a fun way, to kind of create kind of a different kind of story moment, and just kind of a fun thing to do. It happens sometimes in movies and TV shows too. But in any case, so that's what the trial is. So they go through that. Of course, the Turtles eventually outsmart Donatello, that ends up outsmarting Og, which again makes sense because he's considered, air quotes, the smart one, right? And so, relatively easily, then with this battle of wits, the Turtles are able to get rid of Og, at least for now, because he says he'll be back. But in general, I thought there was a lot of fun little jokes that just made this a fun issue. There wasn't any connection really to the greater storyline that's running through these books, and there was even a joke that referenced that, which I thought was hilarious. So I think, yeah, it's just a fun issue. Definitely feel like, from a writing perspective, definitely on point for what this book is. I mean, if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s and 90s, then you definitely would want to pick this up. It kind of harkens back a little bit more to, I think, the show than even the Archie comic in some ways, if my memory serves. So I used to read the Archie comic back in the day when it was coming out, but I feel like the Archie comic kind of went its own way. It almost had a different feel to it, but this definitely feels like the cartoon. So we'll see where things go. But that is the story in the book. The art was actually pretty good. Art in these books have been somewhat inconsistent, but this one, art was done by Sarah Meyer, and really solid for the vast majority of the art from a character from a character style point. So, definitely she's trying to mimic the cartoon, and I feel like does a really good job for the vast majority of the characters. Especially the main characters, obviously the Turtles. April O'Neil shows up, and she's drawn perfectly. Solid stuff, and does the job. So definitely happy with the art as well. So yeah, that was issue 8 of the Saturday Morning Adventures Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So definitely, I would check it out, even if you're not following the series right now. It's a fun issue. Well, that's it for this review. So I've been Jonathan Towery, and this has been Comic Talk Cafe.